ha ha, ha ha. That's the Woody Woodpecker song. Ha ha ha, he's a-pecking it all day long. He pecks a few holes in the tree to see if a redwood's really red. And it's nothing to him on the tiniest whim to peck a few holes in your head. Ha ha ha, ha ha, that's the Woody Woodpecker's tune. Ha ha ha, ha ha, makes the other woodpeckers swoon. Though it doesn't make sense to the doll and the dents, all the lady woodpeckers long. For ha ha ha, ha ha, that's the Woody Woodpecker song. He pecks a few holes in a tree to see if a redwood's really red. And it's nothing to him on the tiniest whim to peck a few holes in your head. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, that's the Woody Woodpecker's tune. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, makes the other woodpeckers swoon. Though it doesn't make sense to the doll and the dents, all the lady woodpeckers long. For ha ha ha, ha ha ha, that's the Woody Woodpecker song. The Woody Woodpecker song.
Look at all the colored birds, yellow, blue, and gold. A parrot and a peacock and an owl who's wise and old. There's a funny animal, a great big tall giraffe. Golly gee, those diving seals just make you laugh and laugh. The tiger and the panther, of them you must beware. But you don't ever have to fear the friendly teddy bears. If you love these animals, there's one thing you must do. Never feed the animals when you're at the zoo.
To do when I grow up?
No, Bobby. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd go way into the jungle and capture a lion single-handed.
And what would you do with him when you caught him?
I'd take him home for a pet.
A lion for a pet? Why, he's much too big. Besides, he would chew up everything in the house. But there are lots of other animals in the zoo that you could take home. There's a fuzzy little rabbit with a sniffly little nose. Or perhaps you'd like a little bird all colored like a rose. Or maybe just a panda bear, a monkey, or a mouse. There's lots of animals in the zoo could visit at your house.
I think the zoo is wonderful. I'd come here every Sunday. I would drink soda pop and eat Cracker Jacks and make friends with all the animals.
Well, it's getting late now and we must leave. But I promise you we'll be back next Sunday.
We had a lot of fun at the zoo. We had a lot of fun at the zoo. Next Sunday we'll be back. We'll have pop and Cracker Jacks while we take another trip around the zoo. While we take another trip around the zoo.
Zebie the zebra went out to play, although his mom said, at home you'll stay, 'cause he was bad at terrible rain, washed all of Zebie's stripes down the drain. Poor Zebie, you've lost all of your stripes. He stood there feeling quite all alone. Without his stripes, he'd better head home.
Alas, alack, without stripes to see, even my friends won't recognize me.
Poor Zebie, you'll lose all of your friends. As he approached, his friend Squinty Squirrel turned on his heel and left in a whirl. Ollie the Owl started to scowl. Morty the Mole ran into his hole. Poor Zebie, now you're wearing a frown. Along came a rainbow so bright and clear. She said, poor Zebie, now don't you fear. If you will promise no more to stray, I'll give you lovely stripes that will stay. Oh, Zebie, soon you'll have pretty stripes. From off her cloak some stripes she did take. Our little Zebie started to shake.
I was a bad boy, now I'll be good. Do all the things a nice zebra should.
Oh, Zebie, you're a colorful sight. Red, white, and blue, and yellow and brown. He's wearing stripes instead of a frown. Now Zebie's won back all of his friends. Therefore our story happily ends. Oh, Zebie, you're a zebra's delight.
Woody, Woody, Woodpecker walks with me. When we're waltzing, I feel as happy as I can be. I'm gonna tell all the kids I know how we danced all around. The way you fluttered your wings and then we floated over the ground. Woody, Woody, Woodpecker walks with me. When we're waltzing, I feel as happy as I can be. Woody, Woody, Woodpecker walks with me. When we're waltzing, I feel as happy as I can be.
One day, high on a mountain ranch, little Jeff was checking fences with his grandfather. They rode in silence for a while, then Jeff said, I can ride my pony to the high pasture where the sheep are grazing. That you can, boy. You can ride that pony all alone to the high pasture. I can ride down the mountain to the low pasture when the cattle are grazing, said Jeff. That you can. I can ride into town to get the mail, said Jeff brightly, hoping to catch his grandfather off his guard, but he didn't. Hold on there. Town's a fur piece down the road, said Grandpa. Nope. You two can't go to town to your ponies as smart as I think you should be. You're a smart boy, Jeff, but with man and horse, two heads has to work like one. He's a smart pony. He can trot like this. Very good, said Grandpa. He can gallop like the wind. That's very good, said Grandfather. Someday he'll be smart enough to go to town. Well, Jeff rode off to the high pasture with the cold wind blowing in his face. and he startled the sheep scattered in all directions. Jeff came down the mountain and the pony slowed to a trot as he rode through the grazing horses. The horses were disturbed. They raised their heads and whinnied. And they raced off across the pasture with manes and tails flying. Well, Jeff rode the low pasture slowly through the herd of cattle. The cows looked at him quietly and went on gazing. When Jeff came home, Grandfather said, "Your pony's learning." Then one cold day, when all the men had gone off on a packed trip to the other side of the mountain, Grandfather sent Jeff to town to get the mail. "Yippee!" said Jeff, and away he went. Well, as he was coming home, it began to snow. The road disappeared in a swirl of white, and soon Jeff didn't know where he was, but the pony walked on. Then he began to trot. Then he began to gallop, and Jeff gave him his head. Then suddenly he stopped, and he was at the cabin door. "Yep," said Grandpa, "it's a smart pony that knows his way home." So often after that, Jeff rode off to town to get the mail. What Jeff didn't know about bringing home the mail, the pony did.
We're little wooden soldiers marching down the street. You can hear the pitter, pitter, patter of our marching feet. Woody Woodpecker's our leader, and we really love him so. Woody Woodpecker's the cutest little feller that we know. If hooray for Woody Woodpecker, the cutest guy we know.
Hey, boys and girls, I want all of you kiddies all over the world to learn to sing my march, and then when you're at a party like this one or a birthday party, just fall in line and march to the table for ice cream and yummy yum cake. All ready now?
We are goody little woody soldiers marching down the street. You can hear the pitter, pitter, patter of our marching feet. Woody Woodpecker's our leader, and we really love him so. Woody Woodpecker's the cutest little feller that we know. If hooray for Woody Woodpecker, the cutest guy we know.
Reindeer were prancing on the Arctic snow, waving their antlers and making merry. Only the littlest reindeer stood alone, ashamed because he had no antlers. The next day, the biggest reindeer said, "Winter is coming. We must go south." Well, the littlest reindeer hid behind a rock and cried as he watched the others go. "What's the matter here?" asked the snowbird. "I was ashamed to go because I have no antlers." "Nonsense. You'll have antlers in due time." A muskox stopped and grumbled. "What's the matter here?" "I was ashamed to go with the others because I have no antlers." "Nonsense. You have horns. You can walk with your kind and not be ashamed." It grew colder and colder. The littlest reindeer cried until a chain of frozen tears hung from his eyes and he could cry no more. "I must cry," he said. So he broke off the icicle tears and ran across the snow. "I will go south so my tears will not freeze." Night came, and the littlest reindeer's hooves struck something hard. "Now I am south," he said. But his tears still froze. He stamped his foot in anger. Then he saw he was on the ledge of ice at the edge of the sea. A walrus lifted his head. "What's the matter here?" "I am angry. I must cry. I have no antlers." "Nonsense. Well, you have tusks. You can swim with your kind." Then the littlest reindeer saw the polar bear. "I like little reindeer with no antlers." The littlest reindeer ran on and on into the dark. At last he knew that he had been running south. The ground was covered with moss. "Here I can cry," he said. Well, one morning his head began to itch. He rubbed it against a tree. It grew warmer and warmer. The littlest reindeer thought of the cool stretches of snow. And at that moment a herd of reindeer thundered past him. "Look down," said the snowbird. He looked down at his reflection in the pool of clear water. "Antlers!" he cried. "I have foot-long antlers." Well, think of all those tears you wasted, said the snowbird. But the littlest reindeer was running to join the others in the first dance of the year across the Arctic snow.
I'm Chilly, Willy the penguin. No wonder I'm so chilly all the time. The wintry breezes blow and 0 is below. That's why I'm chilly, Willy all the time. For me, I quiver and I cling. For me, oh my, for goodness sake, I'm chilly, Willy the penguin. For chilly Willy's chilly all the time. For me,
You shiver and you shake.
for me,
Me, oh my, for goodness sake.
I'm chilly, Willy the penguin.
For chilly Willy's chilly.
I feel so awfully silly.
For chilly Willy's chilly all the time.
I'm chilly Willy the penguin. I'm chilly all the time.
A very large whale swam by a school of tiny, tiny minnows. Isn't he big? Boy, he certainly is a whopper. Well, the whale turned around,
Little fish, you are right.
said the whale.
I am the biggest thing in the ocean. I have the biggest laugh, the biggest frown. I cry the biggest tears. And when I take a drink, the ocean sinks down until you can see the seaweed on the rocks.
Well, the minnows nodded their heads. What the whale had said was true,
What's more, I am the smartest thing in the ocean.
said the whale a little doubtfully. Well, then the minnows all spoke at once. We think that's not so. In fact, we think it's a whopper of a not so. Well, the whale was so mad, he swam around the ocean 3 times.
Prove it.
We will. Do you see that little boy on a rowboat near the shore?
Yes?
Let him be the judge. Well, they all turned and swam swiftly toward the shore. The whale was showing off by splashing and spouting and trying to get there first when, bump! Whoosh! Oh, he was stuck fast on the sand. Well, the little boy rode around and around the whale. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen, said the boy. But it wasn't very smart of him to come into such shallow water. Well, finally, the little boy went home to his supper, and the little minnows swam down to their cove for the night, and the whale was alone, stuck in the sand. He cried one enormous tear after another, and slowly the ocean grew fuller and fuller, and finally the ocean grew big enough to lift him off the sand, and he swam splashing and spouting out to sea.
I'm a whopper, whopper, whopper.
He thought of himself stuck fast in the sand, and he laughed his biggest laugh, and the minnows knew their whopper whale would never stop boasting. But he was easier to live with now that he could laugh at himself.
Oh, the Andy Panda polka makes you feel so bright and gay. You will be a little joker, and you'll laugh and sing all day. Your troubles like bubbles will float through the air. Just Just step like with pep, like that funny honey bear. The Andy Panda polka makes you feel so bright and gay, and you'll always feel so happy if you'll only dance, 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 dance it every day.
Everybody dance!
Oh, the Andy Panda polka makes you feel so bright and gay. You will be a little joker, and you'll laugh and sing all day. Your troubles like bubbles will float through the air. Just step like with pep, like that funny honey bear. The Andy Panda polka makes you feel so bright and gay, and you'll always feel so happy if you'll only dance, 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 dance it every day.
Start it over again and everybody dance. Let's go.
Down on the Isle of Trinidad, the fight crowd simply going mad. For the new champion they stamp and roar, while Pepe, the old champ, hits the floor. Poor Pepe, he's very sad tonight. When he gets home, he has the blues, until his wife tells him good news. She whispers, soon comes heaven sent for you and me, a blessed event. They wait and wait till one fine morn, to them a bouncing boy is born. And Pepe shouts, one thing this means, like me, he'll be a great champion. Pepito Chiquito, they gave the boy this name. Pepito Chiquito, to him will come great fame. Now everywhere that Pepe goes, this kid of his he proudly shows. Gives big cigars around the blocks, not one by one, but by the box. The boy grows up like everything. His papa trains him for the ring. And though he grows up big and strong, his papa feels there's something wrong. A music genius is this kid, which makes the old man flip his lid. How can you make a fighter from a kid who only wants to beat a drum? But Pepe trains him day and night. And comes his first big champion fight. With just one blow, he wins the bout. With the bongo punch, he knocked him out. Pepito Chiquito, the whole world's going mad. For Pepito Chiquito, the lad from Trinidad. Since he discovered the bongo punch, he's making pesos by the bunch. Has 100 suits of brown and gray. He changes clothes 10 times a day. You may not believe me, but it's facts. He bought 12 brand new Cadillacs. He counts them one by one and says, woo-hoo, to the Selves Perez. Pepito owns a big cafe. The joint is jumping night and day. The senorita swoon for it. Each time he plays, they start to squeal. Pepito Chiquito, the whole world's going mad. For Pepito Chiquito, the lad from Trinidad. That lad, Pepito Chiquito, he had a lucky hunch. Pepito Chiquito, he's got that bongo punch. Pardon me, senor, but your nose is in the way of your face.